Hi everyone, I am Trevor and this is my channel, Trevor Doodles, where I draw for you. And right now, I've been doing a lot of research into making good videos and stuff, and one of the suggestions on YouTube is to do a series. So I'm going to do a series, like I just said. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start a drawing. I'm going to do about 10 minutes of it. I'm going to talk while I'm drawing, and I'm not going to speed it up. And I'm going to stop, and then tomorrow I'm going to come right back down, sit down, and draw for another 10, 20 minutes, and then stop. And then do that for like 2 or 3 days, and see what happens. So plan number one right now is I'm pretty much just going to make a hot mess. And then tomorrow I have to fix it and try to make it look like something cool and artful. So that's the plan. That's the series. And I don't really have a name for it yet. So if anybody has a name that I can put on the folder for this little series, put it in the comments. And let's get started and draw. Right. Let's get started. I don't want this pen. I want this pen. Because it's got more ink. This is about dead. Alright, just gonna scribble. Scribbling, scribbling, scribbling. Scribble, scribble, scribble. That is how you start a drawing, apparently. I don't have any idea what I'm doing, or even if you can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I am trying to get into the zone of whatever this is going to be. And gosh, talking while drawing. This is neat. Don't know how entertaining it's going to be, but I hope it is. I want something right here. Oh yeah, so I watched a video today on YouTube. I looked up what's trending right now, a little trending button at the bottom. And what popped up was, of all things, oh God, what was it? Paper airplanes. Paper airplanes are trending right now. Or at least they were this afternoon when I looked. And this guy went to like the top of this, it's not a mountain, it's just like a really big hill that is like at least a mile down, with his giant telescopic camera, and made a paper airplane and just threw it off the cliff. And it seems like something so simple and so dorky, but I couldn't stop watching. I wanted to watch it fly. I wanted to see what happened. I mean, I've seen paper airplanes before. It's not a big deal. But man, it was mesmerizing. He just followed that paper airplane all the way down to the ground. Just like, just followed it everywhere. And I wanted to see it fly. I couldn't stop watching. It was completely memorizing. I liked it. So, in honor of that, I am going to try and draw a paper airplane. It's not really a cool one, but I'm going to try. I think that's kind of a paper airplane. A little bit. Well, kind of. A little weirdest. I'm just going to accentuate some of the markings, I guess. because even though it was a dumb video, I enjoyed watching it. And I'm learning a lot about YouTube. I had no idea that you could go to other people's pages and make folders of the videos that they've done because you like them. And now other people who come to your channel can look at the things you like. So now I'm going to go back to all my artist guys that I subscribe to and do a like page of the stuff that they're doing that inspires me. And give them some credit, and maybe you will find them and like and subscribe, because sharing is caring, and everybody knows that, especially if you're a hippie. It's like on every poster. Sharing is caring. Hug a flower. Love a tree. Share your food, because we ain't got no money. Alright, I'm just scribbling. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, uppity up. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Love to scribble and talk while I'm scribbling. And there's this technique in drawing, in my drawing classes. We have to do it all the frickin' time. It's called contour drawing, where you never pick up your pencil. You just look at something and draw and follow your eye, and you never pick your pencil up. And I really hated that class, but it gave me a lot of skill. I can draw straight lines now because of it. I feel like I need something darker there than just some weird lines. I'm hoping this eventually turns into something, because it's going to be kind of neat doing this. Maybe a circle here. I don't know. I don't want to draw any flowers. No flowers are allowed in this drawing. I draw too many flowers. I like flowers. I mean, everybody likes flowers. But I've been drawing them a lot lately, and I'm just trying to explore other things right now. Like scribbling. What if I did this? I don't know what that is. Can I turn it into something? I don't know. Maybe. This? Well, actually, because he threw that off a cliff, so I'm drawing a cliff, I think. Is it a good one? No. It's just a scribble. And it doesn't mean anything. I don't have to think about it. And oddly enough, not thinking about things is one of the things that I do really well. Ask my boss. He's yelling about me all the time. Here, we gotta use your brain once in a while. It's like, oh, but why? Why can't I just be me at work? Is it because you're getting paid to perform? Damn it. When you're right, you're right. Luckily, my boss is kind of a good guy. And he's kind of evil. He's like that teacher you want to like, but you just don't, because they're always making you do stuff that you don't want to do. But you gotta work. You gotta make a living. Gotta pay the bills. No flowers. Not gonna do that. But I can still do this. I don't know what it is. Some sort of thingy. La la la. Trying to talk all the time while you're drawing is a meditative thing. Have you ever meditated? I've done it before. It's not that complicated, but it is weird. I mean, you have to first focus on your breathing. How you're breathing. Like, focus on the breath going in and out of your lungs. No flowers. Tempted to draw a flower. Not going to do it. You have to focus on the breath going in and out of your lungs, and just sit there with your eyes closed and be happy and calm. And then after you've been thinking about just feeling your breath, fill your lungs and leave your lungs, then you have to switch it up. You have to keep doing that, but also be aware of your heartbeat and feel it beating. Boom, 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 boom. And feel your breath coming in and out of your lungs. Your brain is literally doing two things at the same time, which isn't impossible. It takes a good 5 minutes of sitting there doing that. But once you get used to it, then you have to think about a third thing. You have to think about the way you're sitting, how you're balancing on your butt. You're sitting on the floor with your legs crossed, and you have to be aware of how the muscles in your back are keeping you straight up and down and keeping you seated, and how your back feels and how your spine feels, and be aware of that while being aware of your heartbeat, while being aware of your breathing. It's not easy. It's not impossible, but it's tricky. And it's kind of fun a little bit. And then after like months of doing that, like every day for like a good hour, your mind starts to wander, because the part of your mind that likes to think, has chronic thought, has something to think about. And so the other part of your mind that is very creative and very ethereal and very hippy-dippy can go any place it wants to. I mean, I read this book once when I was in Bible college called The Clouds of Unknowing. And it was about this monk in the 16th century. And he would allow the other monks to beat him over the back with bamboo sticks for like an hour. And then they would lock him in a cupboard where he had to stay all scrunched up, like boom, like arms up his chest and his legs up to his stomach. In this little tiny cupboard, and leave him there all day long, locked up. And he would meditate, and he would just disappear into the clouds, and he would fly around the world, and he wrote about all the things he did while he was in that cupboard in his mind, and just, he completely left his body. It's a fascinating book, and he never signed it, so nobody knows who it is. But it was quite fascinating. And oddly enough, I got into a lot of trouble for reading it because I was in Bible college, and Christians don't believe in that kind of stuff. But I thought it was fantastic. This guy went to extreme efforts just to see what would happen to his brain. That takes a lot of confidence in yourself. So yeah, I wish I knew who he was. Kind of admire him. I wish he had drawn something. It'd be nice to have a visual to go with his stories. What else can I talk about? What's popping up in my brain? The pool. I want to go swimming. It's still too cold. It's getting cold out tonight. It was nice and warm yesterday. And Miranda even put her bathing suit on and got in the pool. I was like, girl, you are dumb. What is wrong with you? It's like, I'm 15 and it's not that bad. It's like, you're purple. Your lips are turning purple. Under your eyes are turning purple. You need to get out of the pool. Like, nope, I'm totally fine. I'm 15. I can do what I want. So, ain't that true? You are 15. You can do what you want. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to daylight savings. I am really sick of the sun going down so early and everything being dark and miserable and everybody having to stay inside. Nobody wants to go outside and do anything because it's cold and dark. I miss the daylight. I miss being able to stay up until 9 o'clock and the sun is still out having fun, hanging out with my friends, doing stupid stuff, going swimming, getting drunk. In case you don't know, I love vodka. Love it. Drink it all the time. With water. Because you gotta stay hydrated. It kind of counteracts the alcohol. Because alcohol dehydrates you, so if you mix the vodka with water, it rehydrates you, so everything kind of stays even Steven. And I think my kidneys like it. Maybe, I don't know. But I do feel like it's a good and a bad. It's a toss of the coin. It just depends on how you look at it. And I look at it in a positive way. Okay, so right there, I was thinking about mitochondria inside the cell. Mitochondria is an amazing thing. It gives us all the energy we need, and we don't give it anything. A little bit of sugar. I don't think we appreciate it as much as we should. Couldn't live without it. It's this alien thing that came from outer space, lives inside every single cell, and our cells couldn't work without mitochondria. And it's completely alien. It has its own DNA. How weird is that? This thing that lives inside you has separate DNA from you. It's totally crazy. But apparently that's the way the universe works. One thing mixes with another, and all of a sudden, boom! Chemicals that were never alive before, or just objects, suddenly have life. That's a fascinating deep thought. So does anybody watch, and this is totally off the subject, Vanderpump Rules? I don't really watch it, but my housemate is watching it right now, and that is why I'm in here drawing. Because I don't watch it. It's just a little bit too much for me. But he loves it. And he has all of them on, what is that app? Twitter. Well, not Twitter. Yeah, it's Twitter. And he talks to them, and they talk back. And he enjoys it. Makes him happy. It's little things in life. Gosh, where do I go now? I'm doing a lot of weird stuff. Just gonna scribble. Scribble, scribble, scribble. Where's it gonna go? I don't know. I just need a new idea, a new train of thought. So scribbling kind of gets it there. I'll color that in. I'll do some of that. I'll do something like that. That looks neat. Alright, so I've been thinking about heaven and what it's like when you die and you go to heaven. What's it like there? I mean, what do I actually know about it? Right now, all I know is like my Christian upbringing, and number one, there's a gate, apparently, and it's made of pearl. So my train of thought is that heaven is a gated community. Which I guess you gotta keep awful people out because God needs a gate. And it's made of pearl. Because he's a little bit gaudy like that. I bet he plays the piano. And what was the other thing? Oh yeah, all the streets are made of gold. So many streets, so much gold. And you're in heaven. I mean, it's God, the creator of the universe. And all of his streets are made of gold in the place where he lives. And I'm assuming that in heaven, there really is no monetary value on things anymore. They're just things. So I'm taking that his decision to, or her decision, or its decision, to make all of his streets of gold is purely aesthetic. It's just because he thinks it looks good. I mean, it probably does. I mean, imagine every street you look outside and it's just gold everywhere. It's probably going to be pretty awesome. I want to see it. But then that also made me think, when the sun comes out and it's reflecting off of all of this gold, there's gold everywhere in all these streets, it's coming up into your eye, you're going to get like, oh my god, there's so much light, it's so bright. So I'm pretty sure that there is a place in heaven where you can get a damn good pair of sunglasses. Because, I mean, you gotta see, that's a lot of brightness, all that gold everywhere. And it also makes me think that if there's all these streets, is there plumbing? Is there some kind of infrastructure? I don't know. I mean, are there toilets in heaven? Do heavenly people go poop? Because that's, at my age, I'm 48 years old, and I gotta tell you, I love going poop. Pooping is just the best thing. Especially after a cup of coffee and a cigarette. That's all you want to do. So I'm really hoping there are some really fantastic bathrooms in heaven. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure God poops. Pees or something. He does some kind of bodily function. No, I know he's purely energy and ethereal and all that kind of stuff, but it's the little things in life. You want to poop once in a while. Just because. It makes you feel better later. I'm really getting off some kind of weird tangent topic. Let's just outline this. I'm trying to think of something to do. Alright, contour drawing was one of the worst classes in high school that I took. And I had to do this for an entire year for 2 hours a day. All you could do was just draw a straight line, and another straight line, and then try to keep the next line equal distance from the line before it. And you just kept doing that over and over and over again for 2 hours every day. Yeah, boring. I mean, it was more boring than art history. And my art history teacher, it was straight after lunch, and it was an hour of her talking very softly. The lights were off, and we're watching a slideshow about all these beautiful pictures by all these artists that lived 3 centuries ago, and everybody fell asleep. I think she just gave everybody a C- just to be nice, because nobody was awake for it. It was the wrong time of the day to have that kind of a class. I mean, lights out, art history, right after lunch. Bunch of teenagers snoring. So yeah, that was fun. That was a bit of my youth. What else? What else is there going on in my life? Not enjoying the rain. There's been a lot of rain lately. That's always a good go-to topic. Talk about the weather. And the weather is pretty crappy right now. It was nice out for a minute, and then it started raining. Now it's raining all the time, and now the temperature is very quickly dropping. It is going to get down to like 33 degrees tonight, whereas yesterday it was like 87, 88. It was gorgeous. I mean, I went outside and drew around the pool. It was fun. So right now, I am just trying to think of something to say, something to talk about. What can I talk about while I'm drawing? Who likes... What movie did I just see this afternoon? Jeez Louise. I can't remember it. I remember it as soon as I go to bed and wake up tomorrow. I was like, oh my god, that's the movie I wanted to say, and I didn't say it. So maybe that movie will show up tomorrow when I continue this drawing. Let me look back a little bit. I need something. What does it need? It needs something organic. Something like this. Something with a feather. And we'll do that again. Another little feathery thing. And maybe a little splash. Pow. Pow. Okay, so drawing and talking isn't so bad. I think next time I do this, like tomorrow, maybe I will research some topics to talk about. Because just trying to come up with things off the top of my head is not easy. It's not so difficult, but it's not easy while I'm doing this. So, a little line work right here. That's nice. That's really pretty. Like that. I like that a lot. You keep doing it again. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, gorgeous. Love it. Let's do it again. Well, then once is nice, but twice is better. Oh yeah, Tom Cruise. There it is. I knew it would come out of me. So I was watching Oblivion, starring the actor Tom Cruise, whom I just can't stand. And I really wish he would stop doing sci-fi movies because I love science fiction. And he is mucking it all up for me because I don't like him. I don't like his face. I can't... He has the kind of face that I just can't relate to. I can't... He doesn't look like the average Joe. He's just too perfect. He's too put together. I like guys in movies that I could see myself in their shoes, walking down the streets, maybe living this life that they're living, and going through these things that they're going through. I could probably be that person, maybe. And if not, it's not that far a stretch to think about. But with Tom Cruise, he is mega movie star. I can't put myself in his shoes. It's too hard. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise. And who I am a big fan of? Other people. Like Ellen DeGeneres. I like her a lot. I can put myself in her shoes. She's funny. She's energetic. She's old now and still looks great. You can tell she has been taking very good care of her skin. What else do I like? Well, I'm not very good with names. But if I showed you the face, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm not going to do that because I'm drawing right now. Scribbling in dots, trying to keep talking. I mean, I gotta be honest, I'm actually kind of enjoying this. I'm trying to pretend I'm talking to myself and that nobody else is ever going to see this video, which seems to help a lot. It's just my private little time, my private little video. Nobody's ever gonna see it. It's just me, all day, all the time. Okay, I want to color that in because I need more dark areas in here, I think. That's the way my brain is going right now. I need more stuff. More things. And I'm really hoping this turns into something interesting. Right now it's looking very science fiction-y. So maybe I'll do some like 2001 Space Odyssey kind of thingy with it. I don't know, it looks kind of like an alien planet. But let's see, what can I do? I know, well, if it's going to be an alien planet, it needs a weird building. Boop, boop, down, boop, 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 boop. Maybe before I draw again tomorrow, I'll do some research into architecture and look at some buildings before I draw again to get some ideas. That's just weird. Yeah, I think that might be a good idea. How do I draw an alien city? There's domes in alien cities, obviously. If you're on Mars, it's probably a big dome. And it would circle around like this. And it's got a cute little antenna, probably right here. Or you can talk to outer space. Because you want to find all the other aliens out in the universe so they can come and talk to you. And it's attached with this piece of metal thingy. It is a glass dome. And I need to reinforce that dome because there's a lot of outside pressure on Mars. And it needs a way to get in. Draw a little door so you can get in the dome. And boom. Why not put doorknobs? Why not? Maybe some sort of interesting portal of a doorway would be cool. And then it's got to connect up. Connect this way. Something interesting to hold it down there. That's cool. Like that. And something this way. And now I gotta put something in it. I want to draw flowers so bad. I'll just do it. I'm just gonna draw a flower. I really want to draw a flower. Why not? It's just a flower. Nobody's ever gonna see this. It's just me being dumb. Not drawing a flower. And the fact that I'm saying that I'm not gonna draw a flower means all I can think about is drawing a stupid flower. There, sunflower from Mars. Okay, my Martians need a house to live in. Let me draw a house. Boom, boom. It's an arrow, but it's gonna be a house. long window because they're Martians. They need long windows. And well, it's a dome, so you can't have a chimney inside a dome, but you can have a little churchy door. I'm gonna just color that in black. And a rose window, like you have in church. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna reinforce that. Maybe some shingles for the roof. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that's kind of musical. Alright, I'm going to color these in too. Why not? Scribble, 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 scribble. And just because it's Mars and there's some weird alien stuff growing on Mars. Weird alien plant. Because they haven't cleaned this dome in a long time. It's all dirty and gross up there. What else can I do? Meow. Boop. Meow. Boop. Meow. And flat. Let's do flat. And do it again. Because lines always look better when they're together. Yeah, this is turning into some one weird scribbly mess. Let me add some detail. And I don't know. Something there. It'll turn into something. Eventually, all of this will turn into something kind of cool. I hope. Because right now, it's a hot mess. It doesn't look like anything. It just looks stupid. Little dot. One line means you need another line, which means you need another line and another one. Cool. All right. This is really bad. Oh Lord. And now that I have this mess, now I gotta fix it. I gotta make it look like it's something cool. There's just so much stuff. Where do I start? Alright. What do I do? What do I do? I am going to... Let's start over here. This needs fixing. I'm going to do my favorite trick in the book. Just draw a bunch of squiggly lines. But keep them as equal distance apart as you possibly can. Because, honestly, it looks cool. Ba-ba-da bing, ba-ba-da boom. And that is how you do it, people. Maybe a little bit of thing there for interest. And another one there, because I'm getting tired of drawing in this little area, and I want to do a different area, so it's time to do that. Whew. First, I got to add the dots, add the detail dots, lots and lots of little dots, dots and dots that just keep reproducing like little rabbits. Oddly enough, they really do make a big difference, especially when you're looking at it from a distance. It looks like there's a lot of detail, but there really isn't. It's just a dot. I'm going to do something with this. What should I do? Maybe an interesting leaf. And some detail. Okay, so now in order to fix this and try to make it cool, I'm not all loosey-goosey. I'm trying to be just as precise as can be. The loosey-goosey is gone. Now I gotta make it work. What do they say on Project Runway? Make it work. Do something. Pull it out of your butt. And quick. You got 5 minutes. I can't wait for that show to come back on. That's one of my favorite shows. We often have Project Runway parties every time it comes on. Lots of delicious nibbly things and cocktails. It does make for a much better runway experience when you're doing it with friends. Okay, so I'm going to stop now, and we'll finish this tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. Love yous.